You bought a term plan, 1 crore cover, payments are on time, everything is set. But here's one question for you. Have you nominated the right person? And more importantly, have you ever assigned your policy without realizing what it means? Hi folks, I'm Shashank and you're watching Ditto Insurance. In today's Term 101 episode, we'll actually talk about something that most people skip over: nomination and assignment, what they are, how they work, and why one wrong move here can change who gets your insurance money after you're not around. By the end of this video, you'll know how to legally ensure that your family and only your family gets the benefit you intended. And if you're confused which policy fits your family the best, we can help you for free. Head to the link in the description and talk to one of our advisors for free. We'll help you from start till the end and also stay with you strong during claims. Let's begin and start with what nomination is. When you buy a term plan, you're asked to name a nominee, the person who should receive the sum assured if you're no longer around. Most people think that's the end of it, but here's the catch. The nominee is not always the legal owner of the payout. In many cases, especially if you haven't written a registered will, the nominee is just a custodian. That is, someone who collects the money but doesn't necessarily keep it. So if there are disputes from legal heirs, the money can be claimed by them. The only exception is if you name a beneficial nominee, which includes your spouse, children, or parents. As per the 2015 amendment to Section 39 of the Insurance Act, they're treated as rightful recipients, not just trustees. Now, here's where people make mistakes. They add a nominee once and never update it after marriage, childbirth, or divorce. They assume the nominee is the legal heir, or they name multiple nominees but don't define share percentage. All of this creates confusion during claim time and delays the payout when your family actually needs it the most. So, what should you do? Always keep your nominee updated, especially after major life changes, and add an appointee if your nominee is a minor. Define shares clearly if you have multiple nominees. And if you want airtight legal clarity, write a will that matches your policy intent. Are you still unsure how to structure this right? Just book a free call with Ditto. We'll walk you through your policy, nominee rules, and make sure it's set up properly. The link is in the description. Now, let's talk about something even more misunderstood: assignment. Assignment is when you legally transfer the rights of your term policy to someone else, either partially or fully. Now, it usually happens in 3 situations. 1. To use the policy as loan collateral. Example, assign it to a bank. 2. To transfer ownership to a business partner or institution. 3. As a gift, like assigning a policy to a spouse or family member. Now, there are 2 types. Absolute assignment, that is full and permanent transfer of ownership. Once assigned, the policyholder loses all control. The second type is conditional assignment. You transfer with specific conditions, like only if the loan isn't repaid. Now, here is the key point. Once a policy is assigned, the nominee loses all rights. Even if you've named your spouse as nominee, but assigned the policy to a loan lender, the payout will only go to the assignee. And if it's an absolute assignment, the insurer won't even talk to the nominee. The assignee becomes a legal owner. That's powerful and risky if you don't know what you're doing. So, when should you choose assignment? Only in very specific legal or financial cases like securing a loan, estate planning, or legally transferring policy control in a business. For regular families buying term insurance to protect loved ones, nomination is enough. And if you've already assigned your policy and then tried to name a nominee again, it won't matter. Assignment overrides nomination always. Your nominee becomes irrelevant under the assignment unless the assignment is revoked. Let's summarize. Here's what we recommend at Ditto. Use beneficial nominee whenever possible, spouse, children, parents. Update your nominee after any major life events, and don't forget that. Avoid random or unclear nominations. If they're not dependents, you'll need to justify why. Never assign a policy without legal clarity, and definitely not just to add a second layer of protection. Write a will, even a simple one, to ensure your insurance intent isn't challenged. And if the nominee is a minor, don't forget to add an appointee. So folks, if still unsure, get help, and that's exactly what we do at Ditto. If you want someone to go through your existing policy, check your nomination, help you file a correction, or clarify how an assignment might affect your plan, just book a free call. We'll handle the paperwork, the explanation, and give you the peace of mind that your family is protected legally, not just emotionally. The link is in the description. All right, folks, in the next episode, we'll be talking about riders. And until then, happy insurance hunting.